forests offer numerous ecosystem services. So they provide habitat for biodiversity, they regulate the local climate, they cycle the water, they provide recreation or cultural value. And in recent years, they have become very, very important for climate change mitigation goals. So for instance, the forest age matters in terms of how much carbon does a forest take up. A young forest takes up more carbon than a very old one. Then forests are differently affected by climate change and also the disturbances that happen with it. So droughts, bigger storms, insect attacks. So depending on how resilient a forest is to climate change, also the more resilient it is, the more it will be able to also mitigate climate change in the future. And of course, also the way we manage the forest makes an impact. So if we harvest more, the carbon uptake in the forest will be lower, but we'll have more wood in wood products or more carbon stored in wood products. So all these factors play a big role in determining how much can a forest contribute to climate change mitigation. We use ecosystem modeling for this. So what we can do is we can simulate different types of forests under different scenarios of climate change and under different scenarios of forest management, of wood usage, on different scenarios of intensity of disturbances in the future. And so we can do a factorial simulation experiment and try to figure out which of these aspects plays the biggest role, which has the biggest impact on the mitigation potential of a forest. So first of all, we need to develop these strategies on a local level. So the type of forest and the age of forest plays a crucial role. So we cannot just create Europe-wide strategies. We need to look at the specific site, what makes sense there. In addition, we found that the substitution effects really matter, meaning the amount of carbon that we can save by using wood instead of a different product. So for instance, leaving a forest completely unmanaged now means a lot of carbon is taken up by the forest. But if we don't have these wood products anymore, it also means that we need to produce the things we want to produce with other, maybe more carbon intensive products. So we cannot neglect these substitution effects. Finally, also the climate change and disturbance scenario plays a key role. So here it's critical to develop robust strategies and diversify the strategies to be able to deal with the uncertainty of future climate change, such that the strategies we implement today make sense no matter which climate change scenario actually materializes. So we really need a regionally developed and diversified strategies to cope with all these uncertainties and to get the most out of climate change mitigation that we can from forests. But at the same time, we definitely need to stress that forests are not our savior in terms of climate change mitigation. They offer many, many other ecosystem services to us, and they're also very vulnerable to climate change. So mitigation and adaptation here needs to go hand in hand, as does ecosystem service provision.